Strap in because you are about to get a level of access we may never get again. This is an incredible audio file on justice.gov. I'll put the source link below. I'm at the 210 mark. And I'm just going to play this full exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and Ehud Barak. For context, now I found this from a clip that Ryan Grimm posted. He deduced that this was a February 2013 meeting between Larry Summers, Ehud Barak, and Jeffrey Epstein. For context, Ehud Barak was the head of Israeli military intelligence from 1983 to 1985. Then he became the prime minister of Israel at the same time that Bill Clinton was the president of the United States. Then he became the basically their version of the head of the Pentagon, the defense minister. He left that position in March 2013, and this is February 2013, 1 month before he leaves government office. Now, this is important because what you are about to see is a conversation between the outside fixer, Jeffrey Epstein, and the still head of Israeli military as he transitions to the private sector, and the conversations about how to create your own private business and how Jeffrey Epstein shapes this. Listening to this conversation, I think, will give you a very deep understanding of the role that Epstein plays in mediating the lucrative success of private careers for formerly government officials.
So what Tom asked me this morning, and
Tom appears to be Tom Pritzker, who is the chairman of the Pritzker Foundation. He's the head of the Hyatt hotel chain. His brother is J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois.
He told you at Davos was he thought you should make a list of his work, not was
metrics.
He said yes, but who has IOUs to you? Is that who's the out of the people in the past who you think you're close to? He said he really wanted you to make this list of, this person owes me a favor, this person owes me his life, this person owes me his job.
So what you're hearing him say, again, this is someone who led Israel's most elite covert commando unit, and then became head of Israeli military intelligence, then became the head of the country, and then became the head of its military, and is now going out on his own at the age of 71 to try to make money to convert what was government power into personal financial power. Now, it appears that Epstein played this role in the United States with CIA Director Bill Burns. It appears that he played this role in the UK. It's probably likely that he played this role with the Saudis as well. But this is a very instructive teaching moment for what a fixer tells a government official to do to convert his government power as it is cresting into a personal business empire. And the thing that he tells him to do is not market his skills or knowledge, but rather to compile a people index of people who owe you favors, people who owe you their lives. As I've said time and time again for a decade, but publicly here on this platform for 3 years now, this is the way it works everywhere. And whether it's Jeffrey Epstein or whether it's someone from a NGO or foundation or someone from a fund, the incentive in government is to accumulate people who owe you favors. That way, when you go out on your own in the outside, you are placed on lucrative board seats. You get funding from the foundations and philanthropies. You get startup capital. You get a huge sinecure, not for your government work, but for the moment you go private after your government work, because people owe you IOUs from your time in government. This is how the State Department gets captured. This is how the CIA and Department of War and USAID and these things get captured, because the incentive goes from being about doing what's best for the country to doing what's best for outside privateers who then owe you favors, IOUs, so that you yourself, when you leave that government post, are able to get those board seats, book deals, stock options, consulting agreements, VC capital, you name it. I'm going to keep playing.
This person owes me.
Yeah, okay.
And so you got to work it backwards and say, here is my, instead of thinking about what the opportunities are first, because right now you're focused on opportunities.
Yeah.
I need you to focus on your
Okay.
personal balance sheet in terms of competences. What's your real strengths? What's the liability? One of the liabilities is you're 71 years old, so you can't be in a business. It takes 20 years to make money.
Yeah.
We have to make money in the next 3 years. So, people, competence, things. So, I talked to Ian yesterday. I asked him to come.
Yeah.
He flew into London. He's great for an hour.
What was his impression from the...
So same thing. Because he's very connected to Samsung. Very.
Who?
Samsung. Korean.
Samsung.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
They pay him $3 million a year.
Just to make PR.
Yes. He has 10 companies like that now. Okay. So he said there's this company called Lookout. He said he mentioned it to you. LOOK.
Yeah. You told me.
Yep. He thinks they'll pay you a couple $1 million to be on the board.
Yeah. That would be good.
I understood.
So Jeffrey Epstein is arranging through his network of friends and people who likely owe Epstein favors for Epstein to then broker a board seat for $3 million or several $1 million to Ehud Barak. What do you think Ehud Barak's government salary was as the Minister of Defense in Israel? The Secretary of War in the United States makes about $250,000 a year. Suddenly it goes to $3 million because you got a friend named Jeffrey Epstein who can get people to back you. And part of that involves compiling that list of people who owe you IOUs, so they'll give you lots of money on the outside.
Yep. He thinks they'll pay you a couple $1 million to be on the board.
Yeah. That would be good.
It's like an agent, if you think about it, in the music industry, who negotiates on your behalf with the label, who negotiates on your behalf with the platforms. Most artists are only good at the music side of being a musician. They don't have necessarily the confidence, the Rolodex, the skill set, the network built up over decades to ask that on their own or to arrange it. So Epstein serves as a one-stop shop broker, especially around the money, with high-level intelligence and government officials.
I understood. He thought there was two cyber companies, Lookout and, even though I know Peter, I've never met Peter Thiel. And everybody says he sort of jumps around and acts sort of strange, like he's on drugs.
Smoking, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks under drugs.
However, he has a company called Palantir. Pallen. Tier. Palantir is Peter Thiel's company.
He misspells it.
Lookout.
Palantir, Palantir?
Yes.
How you write Thiel?
Thiel.
So this is fascinating because this is 2013. Palantir was started in 2003. Ehud Barak was the head of Israeli military intelligence. He was the prime minister of the country, and he was the head of the entire military in Israel. And he had never heard of Palantir, didn't even know how to spell it, neither did Jeffrey Epstein, until the moment Epstein just told him in this dinner. And then you'll the files show their attempt to try to keep getting to Peter Thiel and surrounding him by spooks as Kathy Rundler said, but do that in another video.